Hey everybody, welcome back to Spiritual Journey with Donna. All right, today we are going to talk about using the Ouija board or spirit board safely. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, I've never used one and I won't use one. I don't feel right doing it, but I have so many customers that want to, and I'd rather for you to do it safely than I would mess up because it can be disastrous if you do mess up. Now we have the Ouija board. You also want to use crystals like a black tourmaline, selenite to absorb any of that negative energy. A white candle, giving it that atmosphere. I would first wipe your area down, whatever table that you're using, or if you're doing it outside on the ground. Put a little holy oil around with the table, just wipe it down on the ground, just kind of sprinkle it around. When you first start, you want to set your intentions before starting your session. Gather all the people that's going to be into it, all the participants, and discuss your goals. You want to be clear on what they're all after. If you have somebody that's too scared to do it, don't make them do it, because that fear is going to come into effect to all of you, those fearful energies, and it's easier that way to draw in the evil spirits. And you don't want to do that. So clearly state that what you want to communicate with only positive entities. And it helps create a focused, respectful atmosphere, and that's what you want. Choose a safe location. Select a quiet, comfortable space, free from distractions, no kids around. You don't want to involve your kids in this kind of stuff anyway. It's, like I have said before, spirits can attach to children easily if you allow that situation to happen, so you don't want it to happen at all. The quiet place, so many people want to do it in a graveyard. I mean, the graveyard energies to me are nice and peaceful, though they say it's chaotic and that you shouldn't do it in a graveyard. Like I say, your backyard, if you want to do it outside, is just as peaceful as a graveyard would be. And, you don't have disturbance of any spirits that might be there, though, like I've said in the past, I don't think, the bodies are there, the spirits are gone. They're off to their paradise or next life or whatever. They're not lingering around that graveyard. But it is, to me it's a peaceful place, so I'm leaving that up to you, though. They recommend not doing that. Cleanse your space. Use sage, incense, there again, like frankincense. We talked about the crystals. The black tourmaline is a real good one. Selenite's a must to absorb any negativity. Burn the sage. Lighting incense can help purify the environment before you begin. It makes it all peaceful and nothing coming into effect. You want your mind to be as peaceful as the atmosphere. And then create a protective circle. All right, your protective circle, and a lot of you don't know how to do this because I've talked with people over and over about how to do it, but nobody seems to understand it. So I'll give you two ways to do it. If you do know how to create that white light that is around you, and your people will have to do that too. Whoever's with you in this, create that white light, that white shield by meditation and bringing it out, bringing the energies out. from meditation. Just let it surround you. If you or your people or anybody in your group don't know how to do that, they need to create a ring around them. Not around the whole thing, around them. A ring that they would sit in, whether it be around a chair, be around where they're sitting, of sea salt. And it should be sea salt. And that will be protective, like the white light is also protective. If you want to do both of them, that's fine. That's double protection. So, you know, the more protected you can be, the better. Okay. So we've also got, you know, you don't ever want to do this alone. You always want to have somebody else there with you. The energies are better, but it also keeps everything, you know, the collective energies with all of you, keeps and helps you maintain your focus. Respect the spirits. Approach the session with respect and avoid asking disrespectful questions or provocative questions. You know, and make sure everybody in your group knows this. Let them be respectful of the spirits. It can help prevent unwanted or negative energies from entering the session. Okay, close your session properly. And that is always end your session by moving the planchette to goodbye. Right here. Goodbye. That way they know. I'm just going to keep it there. Let's just keep it there in case one came into here. They know it's bye. And verbally stating that the session is closed. So, you know, move it to goodbye and say thank you. The session is now closed. You can move on, and I appreciate your response. That type of thing. And it keeps unwanted or negative energies from lingering after the session is over. Trust your instincts. If you feel uncomfortable or if something seems off during the session, trust your gut and end it immediately. So, like, say you're in the middle, but you're getting some weird answers, and you just have that weird feeling, go ahead. Goodbye. And end it by thanking them. The session is now over, and that's it. And then, you know, your safety does always come first. Don't try to get like, oh, that doesn't bother me, because you might regret it for the rest of your life. You know, stuff like that with The Exorcist. That movie was based on actually a boy that had done the Ouija board with his aunt, and, you know, got possessed from it. So this stuff does happen, and you don't want to be that person. It's not a game. You're not playing. It's real. So, you know, that's the thing. To me, one reason why I don't like doing the Ouija board is I feel like I'm disrespecting the spirits by doing it, by calling them to me. When I die, nobody better not do a Ouija board and have me come to them, ask me some stupid question. I'll be mad. That's just how it is. I want to do my thing where I'm at the time. You know, I might have another job there. Who knows, you know. And then you call me in and say, well, I just wanted to know, does this candle light properly? You know, and it's like, just figure it out for yourself and read. That's how I would be. I would just be an anxious type spirit if somebody called me and didn't have a very good reason for calling me to them. So, emotional vulnerability. Using a Ouija board can also tap into emotional vulnerabilities that individuals may not be aware of. Many people turn to spirit communication during times of grief and trauma, seeking solace for answers from lost loved ones. In fragile states, they may be more susceptible to manipulation by negative energies many, many, many times. It's not the person you're calling back that's coming to you. It's somebody acting like that spirit. It's not them. More or less, it's going to be an evil spirit, a trickster spirit. Very seldom is it going to be the actual person that you're calling upon. And if you are, maybe you can help that spirit. Maybe not make it selfishly about you. Maybe make it towards them, like, how can I help you? Why are you still here? Do you have anything I can help you with? That type of thing. Otherwise, it will ultimately cause emotional vulnerability and can result in profound issues such as depression, anxiety disorders, or even spiritual delusionment. Now, the risk of possession, though often sensationalized in movie and literatures, the risk of possession is legitimate concern for some practitioners and spiritual leaders. The belief is that they are opening up to communication with spirits through Ouija board. One could inadvertently invite negative energies to take hold, which, yes, we've talked about that, and it's real. And misinterpretation of messages. Another significant risk lies in misinterpretation of messages received during a session. So users often mistake random movements or responses as genuine communications from a spirit. These communications to lead to individuals down dangerous paths, can lead individuals down dangerous paths. You know, like say, if this is a yes answer, let the candle flick back and forth like a head nod. Okay, so that candle's doing that. And you're thinking, oh yes, then that is definitely the way it is. I'm in for doom and gloom for the next year, 2 years of my life. And you're going to talk yourself into that, and it had nothing to do with it. Maybe, you know, just a gust of wind by you waving your hand, you know, because I always wave my hand, did that. So, you know, that type of thing. So be careful about that. And also, too, some individuals might experience spiritual attachments, which we talked about, where they feel a lingering connection after a session with a spirit that might not have had their best interest at heart. Such attachments can adversely affect one's energy levels and emotional states. And we have talked before, and I've showed you, I think it was in the spiritual protection video about using bone set, where you do a dry bath. You know, just use the bone set on you dry. You can even do your board. You know, I've had people that's done their Ouija boards with it. Rub that herb all over it. Take that herb outside once you've done it. Put it in a little fireproof bowl. Burn it. Then after it's ash, bring it back inside and sprinkle it around the house. That will get rid of spiritual attachments. And that's it. Now get ready for our next segment, which will be seances. Thanks so much for watching my channel, Spiritual Journey with Donna. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something, gotten something from it. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and that way it keeps us knowing that we're doing something right for you. Thanks so much.